And thank you for all of you being here. I would like to present you a question, actually. Is weaning of Atlantic bluefin tuna with European commercial diets possible? This is a trial we performed at the Spanish Oceanographic Institute in Murcia, at the IO, and financed by AQUAEXCEL. So the key issue, well, Atlantic bluefin tuna is not sustainable. It is all tuna that we eat, all tuna that is consumed is from wild fishing, and it's one of the biggest, or it's the biggest single EU seafood item with more than 3.15 kilogram per capita consumption. It's an endangered species, so fishing quota are constantly reduced. The market is shrinking as retailers delist an unsustainable product from their offering. The solution, obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be here, aquaculture production. One main challenge in this aquaculture production is we need a dry feed for tuna. We cannot go on with feeding bait fish. So we chose a starting point. Let's see if we can wean Atlantic bluefin tuna with an European available off-the-shelf commercial dry feed. We did some trials. They started day 24 post-hatch, so really with larvae. We started with a off-the-shelf Gamma Silk diet from Skretting, and the fish already got yolk sac larvae, first 2 takes, and that was reduced to 1 take, while we were increasing the amount of dry feed. And by around day 30, so 10 days later, fish were weaned, and then we just continued with dry feed, changed from one product to the next product, and the trial ended at about 80 days post-hatch, so 2 months of trial. The fish reached 150 gram by that size, and we started at 0.3 gram. Perfect. Went very well, successful application, worked nearly as good as imported feed from Japan, which is the benchmark. So, wow, this was really cool. Here I have some videos as well on the fish, how they actually react. So this really, when we started with the dry feed, you see the fish accumulating, going, visualizing, going for the feed. Then with a larger size fish, hand feeding, and they really react like any other fish species you would expect. And even with a larger size fish, that was by the end of the trial, fish already being more than 100 gram. Everybody was surprised how well it went from the start. So, what have we achieved? We have a benchmark. We have a benchmark of weaning with Atlantic bluefin tuna with commercial feed. Well, we are not there yet. We have still open topics. One is, can we wean these larvae? I showed it shortly. They get yolk sac larvae from bream. Can we try the weaning without this yolk sac larvae? Because it's quite expensive to produce tuna and have next to it a bream broodstock which produces yolk sac larvae at the right time, in the right amount, just for 1-2 weeks of co-feeding. Then the full commercial feeding program is not there yet. We need to work on that, including broodstock feed if we want to close a full cycle of Atlantic bluefin tuna aquaculture. What have we achieved so far? Well, artificial reproduction in RAS was established. It's now the 3rd year in consecutive year where the IO here in Spain was able to reproduce tuna in a closed recirculating system. We have, as Next Tuna, developed a rearing technology for this size of fish, patented. We have a site selected. What are the next steps? Continue working on it. On the scientific part, we need to work on the feeding program. There are still some major gaps. On the commercial, we need to build and operate our first commercial site. Thank you.